What's up, carnivores? Zach here with American Smoke, and this is my daughter, Adeline. Say hey to everybody, Adeline.
Hi, everybody.
And today is her first time ever smoking a rack of ribs. If you found this video, it's probably because you're new to barbecue and you're wanting to know just what exactly does it take to do my first rack of ribs. Because the first rack, the first Boston butt, the first brisket, the first chicken, it's always question marks, it's always nervous, and you don't know exactly what to do. Adeline's been asking me a ton of questions, and I keep telling her, I'm gonna guide you through the process. You just do what I tell you, and that's all you've got to do. If you do what we do in this video today, you're gonna have a stellar first rack of ribs, or maybe you've messed up a few, and this might be your first good rack. So we're gonna go ahead and get into this video and let Adeline do all the work, do all the cooking. She's gonna explain things along the way, and we're gonna end up eating some good ribs at the end of the day, and that's what it's all about. So let's go ahead and get started. If you're 6, like Adeline is, or if you're not good with knives, you want to be very careful in this process. First step is to get the plastic off of the ribs. Now I'm going to be taking care of this part because Adeline is 6 and this knife is sharp and we don't want anybody getting hurt. One thing you might want to get is some of these nitrile gloves. They make handling raw stuff easier, and whenever you get done handling it, you can just throw the gloves away. They're not that expensive. I'll leave a link to the ones that I'm using in the comment section down below. Now what I like to do is I like to cut across the top. That way all the juice stays in the plastic. Let it drip just a little bit and then remove the plastic and let the ribs sit on your cutting board. Most of the time, especially with pork, when you take it out of the plastic, there is going to be a slight odor. That's just going to be there for just a moment right after you take it out of the plastic. It's just some gases that built up in the plastic, and that's going to resolve after a couple minutes. Throw this away. Now, the rack that we are seasoning and cooking today is what you call a whole rack of spare ribs. It doesn't have any of the trimming done. We're not going to be doing any trimming. This is her first rack, and I want her to do most of the work. And so we're just cooking everything. You've got a lot of bones on the end. You've got a little strip across the side right here, but all of it can cook. I don't want her using a knife, and it's just more to eat at the end of the day. We're going to let Adeline take over. I'm just going to be telling her what to do along the way. I hope y'all enjoy this video. All right, Adeline, let's see how you do putting these gloves on. They're gonna be a little big for you, but that's okay. A lot big. Just put your thumb in there. So when cooking ribs, Adeline, what you want to do is a lot of times you'll use a binder. Today we're using mustard as a binder. If you don't want to use a binder, don't. Binders just really help the meat to hold more seasoning. In a pellet grill, it will slightly decrease the amount of smoke flavor that you get because pellet grills are light on the flavor anyway. And so a binder is going to allow us to get more seasoning onto the pork though. So we're going to use one today. All right, Adeline, just take that and squirt it all over the ribs.
Okay.
Keep squeezing. There you go. Get that mustard on there, good. All right, good. Now set it down and use your left hand and rub it all over. Just cover every last little bit of that area till there's no part that's just pink. It's all got mustard on it. So on the back right here, you've got a membrane. You can leave it on. It's not as important as what most people say it is. This is not competition barbecue. You can take it off. I've got a video I'll share on how to do that. Or you can score the membrane. We're going to do a little bit of scoring. I'm going to do that for her. But that's pretty much it. We've got the mustard spread on. Very good job, Adeline. Pull your hand out of the glove. Good. For scoring, all that means is you just take a knife and do a little crosshatch pattern over the membrane. It just helps smoke to penetrate a little bit. So you just take your knife and you run it across the membrane a little bit. Make sure you don't cut with the bones. And that's really all there is to that. The next thing we're gonna do is the part that I bet you Adeline is looking forward to, and that's putting the seasoning onto these ribs. Today, we're doing straight up easy ribs. We're going straight salt, pepper, garlic. A lot of people call this Texas style barbecue when you don't add a whole lot of other seasonings. Literally any barbecue rub will do. But if you wanna keep it simple, salt, pepper, garlic. And so what you wanna do is you wanna sort of hold it up a little bit high, and you just go side to side, and when it starts to come out, you don't wanna go too heavy. And keeping it up high lets you get a more even coating so you don't have really heavy spots compared to other areas. And this, you will make a bit of a mess. And just like that, that side is done. Now let's flip them over and season the other side. Go ahead, Adeline. Get it up. Up. Don't touch the, there you go. All right, do this right here. Bring it down, give it a pop. Now try. All right, that's good. All right, Adeline, so what do you think about this rack of ribs?
I think it looks good, and I think it will taste good too.
Yeah, I think they're gonna be good. You think it's time that we start up the smoker?
Yes. What temperature do we do it on?
All right, we're gonna be cooking these ribs basic today. We're going 225, low and slow, all the way through. It's just the best way to get a regular, standard, count on it every time type of a product. There's different methods you can use for ribs, probably more than you can count. Today, we're going old school. Simple seasoning, simple temperature, 225. Okay, so when we are starting a cook, there's a few things that you always want to be aware of if it's your first time smoking ribs. And what you want to do first is you want to clean out your burn pot. And so, Adeline, I want you to reach in here. I want you to pull this knob. Pull it out hard. Push it in. Pull it out. 2 more times. And push it all the way in. Good. Push it all the way in. Good, and leave it right there. And then just lock that back into place. You want to make sure that you clean out your burn pot. If you're in a vertical pellet smoker or one of these barrel types, it's always important to clean that out before the cook. What do you think, Adeline? That needed to be done, didn't it?
Yeah.
Really full. All right, go dump that out.
Next, we put it back in.
Can you do it?
Yeah.
See a little, there you go, now twist it. There you go, all done.
The next step is to check our pellets.
All right, and so we've got a fair amount of pellets here. You want to look them over, Adeline, and make sure they don't look puffy. I don't think they look puffy, do you?
No, but this one does.
Yeah, I think we're going to be okay. Those look pretty good. If you can have a full hopper, but just make sure that you've got enough and that you're checking it from time to time. And close her down.
Now it's time to start up our smoker. Now that we got our smoker on, let's set it to 225. It's very important to open the door to your smoker. That way you don't have an explosion. Make sure to clean it before you put the ribs in. While the smoker's getting hot, we're gonna let the seasoning sweat on. You could tell it's starting to burn when you see thick smoke. Now that it's started, we're gonna put the ribs in the smoker.
All right, Adeline, let's see what you got. We're gonna do teamwork, okay? Just like that, they're in the smoker. All we gotta do now, shut it down and come back in a little while for a spritz. We'll be back. Say we'll be back.
We'll be back.
The last step, as far as I'm concerned, on just getting this smoke started, is if you're burning one of these camp chefs, you can add some extra wood into your secondary burn pot to get a little extra smoke. Or if you've got a vertical or a different type of smoker, you can get your smoke tube going to add a little smoke at this time as well. So we're gonna open this up. Fire hot, Adeline. Got to be very careful on these Camp Chef Woodwind Pros. The burn pot is very hot when you pull it out. Very good, very good. Push it back in. Now turn that knob up like that.
We'll see you in a little while when it's time for the spritz. Now that our ribs has been there for like an hour, we could go ahead and check them. They look good, but they're a little dry. Let's go ahead and get this a spritz. We're spritzing them so the smoke will stick to the ribs. This is just apple cider vinegar. Spray it until they're nice and wet and close the smoker again. Always don't forget to check your pellets. See that right there? It's kind of sinking. We have to spread. It has been 2 hours. Let's spritz again. Don't that look good? Smoke on. Now that we let the ribs stay in there for 3 hours, we're going to get it another spritz.
You like that? Those are pretty, aren't they? All right. Let's do a temp check. What do you say?
Yeah. Can I put the checker in?
Yeah. All right, so 3 hours. Come on down to this end. Don't push it all. No, baby, don't push it all the way through. When you're checking your temperature on your ribs, make sure you don't go all the way through. You'll get very different readings. You want to make sure that you're checking in the center of the meat. So right there, you see we get 180. If you push it all the way through or get on a bone, it looks like a much higher reading. So we're pretty much in the 170s, 180s all the way across. What do you think, Adeline? Do you think it's ready to close her back down for another hour?
It looks good.
And got them nice and spritzed. That'll probably be our last spritz.
See you in another hour. We are at 4.5 hours. Let's go ahead and check the temp.
Let's move on down this way.
Look, Daddy.
Yeah, that's our sprayer that Adeline broke.
Our temps are at the 190s, and we're going to go ahead and pull them.
If I had some gloves that would fit her, I'd let her get them off the pit. But we tried to see if her hands would fit in here where she could use them, but I don't think she could. So I'm going to pull them off the pit for her. Now, we're pulling in the 190s. Some people pull in the 180s. Some people go on up into 200s, 203-ish. I tend to prefer the mouth feel on a 190, 195, 198 rack, which is where we're probing all the way across the rack. But man, I tell you what, Adeline, you did good. These look really good. Let's have a closer look at them.
Now they smell good. Better than they were raw.
For sure.
Now that the ribs are resting, let's cover it up with foil.
All right, so this is just to keep it from getting too cold too quickly, and you just sort of press it down around the ribs. Doesn't have to be tight, nothing like that. This is just so nothing gets on your food and it just slowly cools down. All right, about 15 minutes, we're gonna be good to go.
All right, let's cut these ribs.
I think that's a great idea. And get them out from underneath this foil. Oh, I just got a whiff of them. They smell so good. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I am starving. So hungry. And these things are looking and smelling divine.
That smells good.
I know, right? Let's let everybody have a closer look at them while we cut them.
I just want to eat this right now.
I know, me too. So we're gonna go ahead, flip them over.
Ooh.
Got that good look. What do you think? You think we did good? Oh yeah, baby. That is what's up right there. Juicy, good smoke ring. It's gonna be tender, I can tell. We'll get us both one out of line.
Which one is mine?
I'm gonna flip these over like this. That's right, girl. Are you ready?
Which one is
All right,
yours?
Adeline. Pick you one out, whichever one you want. Okay, now be careful. It might still be a little bit warm. Let me get mine. Oh, I'm so excited.
We're just gonna eat the sides of it.
Right. All right, let's give it a taste.
Ah. I'll get it.
That is so good. Oh, smoky, salty, peppery. Little hint of garlic in there. So good. Fall apart.
Daddy, I can get another piece if I want.
Yeah. And so if you're a beginner, my 6-year-old daughter just cooked these and they're fantastic. You can do this. There's a ton of methods that are, that advance you beyond this method, which is just the simple binder, simple seasoning, simple temp, no wrap, cook till done, about 5.5 hours at 225 on this particular rack. We didn't trim, we didn't do anything in particular. And we're gonna be eating good tonight. All you need, if you want something sweet to add to it, sauce it up, baby. Get you some sauce on the side. Ain't nobody gonna complain about that. If you want your kids to eat, make these kind of ribs. If you want your kids to be capable, teach them how to make ribs as you learn, and I promise you, it's gonna bring you closer together, and you're gonna eat good food together. Guys, if you have any questions about this cook, let me know down in the comment section below. Come over to American Smoked Carnivores on Facebook. It's a great group. I'm in there just about every single day talking to people and learning, just like everybody else is learning, sharing, chatting, telling a few jokes. Thanks so much for watching. Smoke on, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Say smoke on.
Smoke on.
By Jove, Adeline, you have got some ribs in the smoker, haven't you?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. That's my girl. That's my girl right there.
Do you know what?
What?
And that's my happy daddy.
Uh-huh.